Hey guys, To the Moon Man here. Came across something interesting, and the reason why we have a target, you have some goal to reach. If you don't set a target, with any sport or any game, there's always a goal. Is it a touchdown? Do you score a basket? In hockey, do you put the puck in the net? Scoring a goal, making a touchdown. So that's the reason why we have a goal and a target. You have something to achieve. First off, you have to be in the right mindset. And if you're not in the right mindset, you're going to lose. I mean, I've hinted at other things along the way in all my other videos about mindset. But the biggest thing to win is your mindset. And that's the reason why I continue to win is because you have to train your mind. Start winning $1, walk away. That's kind of like why I did the live videos. I'm consistently winning $1 and walking away. Go to the next table, you go to the next table, you go to the next table, and keep doing it over and over and over again. It worked out a lot better than I thought it would, to be honest with you. I really like it. I probably will do another one coming up here shortly. I just haven't had the time to do it with all the sports bets, and took a little time and made some sports bets, as you guys know. They didn't do so well, but that's okay. Sometimes you got to take a break from roulette and just, watch some sports and have a little fun. All of the money that we bet from sports comes from roulette. I can now withdraw twice as much from the RNG site than what I deposited. But I'm not going to do that yet. I want to go through the bonus, however long that takes. What dollar amount do you think we will hit before our first withdrawal? Now, this is the thing, guys. I mean, look, if you're winning $10 a day, and you're doing it online, so you don't even have to go anywhere. You don't have to get in your car. You don't have to go to the casino. You don't have to do anything. If you could win $10 every day, maybe you're not going to do that every day consistently because nothing is consistent. You're going to have winning days and losing days. But let's just say your average win, some days you'll lose 20, some days you'll make 10, so on and so forth. But let's just say there's 365 days in a year, okay? And let's just say you take off 65 days because some days you lose, some days you win, but your average amount over 300 days because you don't play, let's say, every day. So $10 times 300 is an extra $3,000. What can you do with an extra $3,000? $3,000 a year. And that's how you guys have to look at it long term. And not just look at it, oh, it's only $1. Well, I mean, yeah, okay, I showed you how to win $1. But, okay, well, what if, you can do that 10 times on 10 different tables? That's $10. Now, if you have a bigger bankroll, you can make that $10 per table. Now, of course, I wouldn't do that on all the tables because there's not enough players, okay? But you kind of understand where I'm coming from on this, okay? So now, instead of making... all depends on your bankroll and how much money you have. Can you do it for $5? Okay, so you're making $50 per day. So $50 times 300, 15,000. So instead of making $3,000, you're making 15,000. It just depends on your bankroll. And that's what I'm trying to teach you guys is, you don't have to start with big money. And this is why I'm doing the channel, is because there's so many big players and so many people that are betting so much money and they're going doing these all-in challenges. It's not sustainable long term. Yeah, it's fun to watch. I mean, that's the whole reason why I got into doing it. This is why I started the channel, is because I saw all these people going all in, doing these all-in challenges, betting $500,000, $1 million, $100,000 at one time playing slots. It's and then betting $10,000 per hand. Yeah, it's fun and exciting, and I kind of enjoyed it, and I thought it was kind of fun. And I'm like, man. Then I started watching some other guy go live, and all he would do was lose. Lose every day, lose. And I'm like, holy cow! I mean, does this guy even know what he's doing? How is that going to affect his life down the road? And that's the whole reason why I started this channel. I got motivated by other people showing their wins and all this big money. Obviously going to withdraw it at a certain point so that And that's the other thing, guys. Make sure you pay yourself. Don't always keep all the money in the site all the time. Because eventually, maybe you'll have like a blow up day or a day where you're angry or upset or, you fight with the wife or the kids are jumping all over you and, your concentration's broken and you have a big losing day. Well, then after that day, you're like, oh, I need to make my money back. And then you chase and then you lose more. And then all of a sudden, what you just worked like 2 months for is all gone. So make sure at a certain point, whatever point that is for you guys, and this is why I'm doing these spreadsheets, is to kind of like show you guys and give you guys a goal. It's not to say, and you guys have seen it if you watched my previous videos, okay? I don't necessarily make the goal every time. There's times where, I make mistakes as well. I mean, we had that one big losing day where I lost 200. I should have stopped it, and I know I should have stopped it before that, but it's good to have it out there as a learning lesson for everybody, because everybody does it. I went too far for the bankroll that we had, and we were only at, I don't remember exactly, but we were only making a small amount of money at that time, maybe like $20 to $30, if I can remember right. And now we're up to $60. So, I mean, that would take 10 sessions for you to make your money back. That's too much to lose. And I didn't have my targets set right. I didn't have my stop loss set right. And that's the other thing, too. Once you're down, and that's the problem with online as well, and that's why I'm saying you got to withdraw and pay yourself, is because you just can't keep going forever and just keep up, going higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. It's good to take the money out and pay yourself. And that's what we're going to do eventually. As soon as the bonus is done, we're going to start paying ourselves. And that's why I kind of like started doing it on the other site as well. The live site is because I can withdraw it anytime I want. I've withdrawn before, and I'll withdraw again. There's no problems or there's no issues of setting a goal. You set a goal, whatever you feel is doable for you. Start with making $1. If you can make $1 consistently, then why can't you make 10? Why can't you make 5? Why can't you make 2? It doesn't matter. But if you can consistently win more times than not, over 50%. If you can't win 50%, then obviously you can't move up the ladder. There was wins and there was losses, but just like a sports team, baseball, or they don't go like 100-0. And especially in gambling, it could come in streaks, just depending on your skill level and how much knowledge you have with the game. So you guys get into like the mindset of gambling and a gambler. It's not easy. Get into a routine where you win. Set aside some time so that you can play without distraction. Put your headphones on, put some music on, some meditation music. Listen to that before you play. Get calm, be relaxed, don't be emotional. Whereas roulette, a lot of choices that you can make, and you have to use your mind. I understand the mindset is a little different, and even you could train yourself doing this, depending on where you live, what's around you. I mean, when I first started, I never played online. I went to the casino, and part of my training for myself was I had to drive there. I got up, did it every day, but it took me 1 hour to drive there and an hour to drive back. Why you would want to win, and your goals might be a little bit different. The main reason I do that is to get yourself into a pattern. You drive there, it takes you an hour. Okay, maybe you're only there for an hour. You play a little bit, you're up $50, and then you leave. Now you're done. You don't have to worry about being at home. You're away from everything. You're away from everybody, and you're at the casino. If that's the way you have to do it, then good. Do that. Even if you win $5, it doesn't really matter. You walked away as a winner. I mean, yeah, the gas is going to cost you, but it doesn't matter in the long term because you're getting yourself into the mindset and the goal as leaving a winner. And you're going to feel good, okay? Emotionally, you'll feel like, hey, I had fun. I got out of the house. I was able to win a little bit of money. And if you can consistently do that, then why can't you? If you can make $5, then why can't you make 50? If you make 50, why can't you make 500? It's just depending on what your bankroll is. And this is why I'm starting with the small bankroll and trying to make it large. And that's what this whole channel is about. Is starting with the small bankroll and making it large, because not many people have large bankrolls. This anybody can do this if you set your mind right and you get your mind straight. I talked about having a goal. If you don't have a goal, so what happens is if you don't have a goal, then you're going to be like, well, I'm going to put 10 here, 10 here, 10 here, maybe 50, 60 here, but, all this stuff, and, you don't have a plan, and you're just betting to bet and hoping to get lucky and to win, And I've seen players do this, not with just a little bit, but with hundreds. They're like throw 100, maybe like a big stack out here because they really like this number, and then they add more, and then they press it up even more, and then they're like, oh, I really want to win some more on this number, and be like, okay, and then all of a sudden the ball spins and it's 34. You lost everything. So then what do they do next? Then they start doing the same thing. They'll start betting big, and they'll be, okay, I'm betting, and they spin, now it's 0. Okay, and they lost again. So that's what that's what I'm talking about, is having a goal and using your mind so that you don't do this and don't be one of those people. And if you are, take a look at, a little bit down the road, and I'll show you something else. In sports, a goal in mind, a basket needs to be made. That's true for all sports, whether it's football, there's an end line, for hockey, there's the net. But without a goal or without a target, then you're just basically running around or placing chips willy-nilly anywhere around the table, and you're not using your mind. So you always have to be thinking of a goal and keeping your bets basically small, depending on your bankroll, and thinking, okay, well, if I lose this bet, what's next? What's my next move if I lose? I mean, a lot of these are situational. You don't know what the outcome is going to be, and that's why you play the game. It's a challenge. Just like you're going up against your opponent. Well, your opponent is the casino. Who's going to win? The casino has more money. They have millions, billions of dollars, where you only have maybe a couple $100. Well, the casino's trying to take that from you, and they normally do. Get it in your head, guys. Start to win, even if it's just a little bit every day. Win and walk away. I don't care how much it is, $1, $5, whatever. It doesn't matter. You won, and you'll feel so much better. Don't go with your friends. If you're going to be serious about this, set aside a time. Like I said, if you have a gambling problem, just go on Google. Sign yourself up so that you can't do it anymore. I mean, some people have problems. Here's the symptoms and the causes and the treatments. So I'm not trying to promote that, everybody is going to win. Not everybody's going to win. Not everybody has the same mind. Not everybody has the same experience level. Not everybody has the same bankroll or the money to play properly. And if that's you, then don't play. Don't play roulette. Don't play anything. Save your money, because you probably will lose in the beginning because you don't have the skills. And that's what I'm trying to teach you on this site, is the skills to play roulette so that you can win. I have a lot of experience. Yes, I've lost. I wanted to learn. If you guys do have this problem, then, make sure you get some help. You can always DM me on Twitter. If you guys have any questions, I'm here for you guys. Let's hopefully we can get some more subscribers and not only take my account to the moon, but take this channel to the moon, so more people can learn roulette and win roulette and have a little bit of side income. As you saw, an extra $3,000 a year probably would be life-changing for some families. Mortgage payment a month. Now you can buy a little extra food, and you can do this all online. I mean, you don't have to go to the casino. If there's nothing around by you, then definitely get online. There's tables out there. If you have a little bit of money, there's tables out there with 10-cent, 20-cent minimums. Try it out. If you have the spendable income to try it and lose, because you're probably not going to win the first time trying. Okay, that's why you want to start small. You don't want to start The very first time that you're playing roulette and you start big and you throw in like 5 grand or something, don't do that. Start small. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. And the key is to learn from the mistakes and not to make them again. Even I make mistakes, as you've seen in this channel. You're not going to win every single time, guys. It's not going to happen. So hopefully you guys like, subscribe, and comment down below. The money's there. Why don't you just take it? Take it and leave. Don't give them your money. You worked hard for it. I was making $1. Make $1, leave the table. Make $1, leave the casino. You win and you move on. You win and you leave the casino. It's the same thing. But it gets you into a winning mode. It gets you into a winning streak. Now, there's times where I don't win the dollar right away. And you guys seen that. What do? I mean, realistically, I don't think I went. I think we were down like $20 maximum at one point, trying to make $1. We won it back. Plus, we won our dollar. I have the skills that probably you don't. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn on that. It's just what it is. It is what it is. So anyways, that's going to be it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So stay tuned for the next video, which is session number 27 coming up next.